Hi guys, today we're going to cover a very short and quick topic on one of the advanced features for HotSpot access control. We had a number of requests for some customers in a large Wi-Fi deployment environment where they run multiple SSIDs, and they want, for example, some of the SSID is for public user to access, where the public user will do a self-registration and get a username and password. Then they have other SSID for the member access or for the premium user access. So they want to make sure, because it's the same infrastructure, it's the same AP, same gateway, using the same Redis database, they want to make sure the user who registered to the public user SSID, after they get the user account, they cannot log in to the premium user SSID. So in our example here in this lab, we're going to use this typical topology where you have an HSG, MAP. You can, in a real environment, you have multiple APs running multiple SSIDs. So we're going to use VLAN 10 SSID as an example of public user access, then use VLAN 20 as the premium user access SSID. So we have configured the gateway and AP already. And if you're not familiar with our setup here, you can always refer to our early lab setup, where we have gone through multiple webinars or trainings where the actual HSG setup and portal setup, you can always refer to the topology, which is very similar to what we're using here. And with the configuration as well, you can refer to the videos on how to set up captive portals. So I have already done all that in this lab. And we have actually set up a portal, one for the public user where they can do a self-registration using email to sign up, or they can log into Facebook using Facebook. Or the other is premium user access SSID mapped to VLAN 20. This is for premium Wi-Fi access. So for the premium user, you can be integrated to an external API server, or it can be pre-created user vouchers where the GMC, we have a GMC. If you are familiar with our earlier labs, we have talked about how to use GMC to create user accounts. So now we have two SSID with two login capture portal options, one for the guest and one for the premium Wi-Fi users. So the guests can log in, and after they log in, the objective is to make sure they can only access to SSID VLAN 10. They can only log in through this interface. And even if they can associate to SSID 20, but the same account that they have registered under here, are not allowed to log into the VLAN 20, because you may have different access control. The VLAN 20 user may be allowed to access certain website or certain internal networks as well. So you want to prevent trespassing between VLANs or between SSIDs. So the configuration setup on the HSG is already done, and I'll just go straight to do the actual demo. So first, I'm going to just register and log in to register. And I'll going to show an example of without controlling the access first. So I'm going to sign up as using my email. So it's just going to use my Gmail. As a typical feature, after you sign up using email, you get 10 minutes free access. And you have to, during the 10 minutes, you go and check validate your email. And you also get a random passcode here, or other password. And I'm going to, my password is 5014. I'm going to validate as well. So the first time, typically the user will automatically get access after they click in there, after they have validated the email. And subsequently, they can come here to, or rather to log into the same SSID of VLAN 10. So I'm already logged in, and just to make sure I'm really connecting to VLAN 10. So yes, I'm on VLAN 10. So my passcode is 5014. So just to verify that, I can log in again next time. You type mbox.ransnet.com to log out, just for testing purpose. So I'm just going to type my email, 5014. So I'm getting access. So I can always log in with this pre-generated account. And if you go to the Redis database, you will notice that a user is automatically created once the sign-in is successful, once the email validation is successful. And you can see the password is created as 5014. And also you may notice that the user account is basically auto-generated. So now I'm going to sign up as another user just for testing purpose. Oh, sorry, just put my name. Email and submit. There's a hint message to ask you to check your email validation link. So I'll check my validation link. It may take a while to receive the email. So this time I get another password for my new email address. But before I can use that, I have to click to validate. So successful. So now I'm getting full access already. Okay, and make sure I can use the same password to log in again. Okay, successful again. Okay, so one thing to take note is that the user stores in the database and with the user name and password generated. And by default, if I now try to connect to the other SSID, and I try to log in, to the other SSID, I can log in because they're sharing the same Redis database. So I'm still logged in. So it is very important to be able to prevent such trespassing. You log into VLAN 10 to register and get a user account, and then you hook onto VLAN 20 to log into VLAN 20, get more privileged access. And this is something that we want to prevent. So the only thing we need to do really is, as you can see, we are tagged to profile for the auto-registered user. So we really just have to create a profile if it is not there yet. So it is not there yet. Create a profile, and under the profile setting, we said access source network, the LAN interface. So the LAN interface IP here is really the HotSpot IP of that VLAN. So in your HSG configuration, it's really the default IP address of the user, but I just want to go into that configuration to show you more details. So if you show secure hotspot, you'll notice that each VLAN, which is mapped to SSID VLAN 10, has a hotspot server IP, and VLAN 20 has another hotspot server IP. So I want to restrict the users coming from VLAN 10 to be only able to log into VLAN 10 only. That means coming in from hotspot server IP. This is a hotspot server IP. So I will just paste the configuration here. And now with this configuration, I would try to log in again to VLAN. Before that, I just want to make sure I can still log into VLAN 10. Now I have attached a profile to restrict him to only have access to VLAN 10 only. 3786. So I'm getting access, is successful. Check my status. So I'm logged in. And now I will log out and I try to trespass to VLAN 20 again. Which is the premium SSID. So I will get an error message to say, I'm not authorized to access from this network. So that's basically how you control, prevent trespassing between SSIDs, to control user, or rather to restrict user to be only able to access to that specific SSID or VLAN only. And if you need to know more details, you can always drill down to the online documentation in here under advanced feature, prevent SSID trespassing, and there's more explanations here as well. So that's all for this live demo. I look forward to seeing you again next week.